Hello there, everybody. This is Drunk Goomba 1645, and welcome back to more Let's Play The Last Remnant. Excuse me. Yeah, very light burp. I was expecting something bigger. Okay, today we're going to be tackling one more side quest before this Let's Play goes on its second hiatus. This side quest is When the Rose Blooms. I think that was the name of this side quest. Or is the name of this side quest. So, Vilolet and Gabreal have disappeared yet again. So, it is our job to go and find them. So, we are now heading back into the Gastlin Caves. We've been here at the end of the lap. We actually were here before, like, during the side quest of the last video, but still, we're here again. And this time we're actually heading towards the end of the first path of the Gastlin Caves, because this path is actually now extended quite a bit. And we are going to be going through the third part of the cave, which is actually going to be the second to last part of the cave that we will be going through. As for the last part of the cave, it's not going to be happening for quite some time. Not until we go into another side quest, which we will be encountering like a little bit later on. Also, FYI, just thought I'd mention this now, but this is actually my second recording attempt at recording this commentary. The reason is because during the first attempt of the commentary, I was in the middle of it, and then Vegas decided to say, "Oops, can't let you record that, Star Fox." So, guess what? It crashed again. And that's a funny story about that, because I didn't really do much editing here in Vegas-wise. I actually did all of the editing in Adobe Premiere. And then I brought it into Vegas, and the only thing I edited was splitting the videos up into 3 parts and adding in the intro. That was the only editing I've done. I mean, seriously, if Vegas is now throwing a fit just because I'm recording the commentary with it? That's bull. That is a load of bull, if you ask me. Seriously, come on. Why? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta ruin my life? Why you gotta throw this curveball and say I'm not gonna record the rest of this for you? That's bull. That is just ludicrous. Barbaric. Stupid. Lame. Evil. I swear to God, this program has been driving me up the freaking wall. But, I'm still using the program. I mean, I'm trying to use it for like as minimum editing as possible until Sony releases its next update for this said software, because it keeps freaking crashing on me every freaking day. Well, every time I try to use it. Well, okay, not really, but still, it's been giving me quite a fit, and it's driving me nuts. I mean, as a video creator, I gotta have a good video editing software such as Vegas or Adobe Premiere or something. I don't want something too complex, and yet I don't want something like Windows Movie Maker, because I know Movie Maker doesn't accept AVI files, and I have Windows 7 Ultimate 64-bit, so I think I can run the Windows Vista version of Windows Movie Maker just fine and dandy. I just don't know how to make videos in HD. So, now that we've entered into the third particular part of the Gastlin Caves, we are now fighting these evil plant-like monsters. They have a bit of a tendency to cast poison upon your unions, and let me tell you, that's not fun to be around when you're poisoned. So the enemies not too hard to take down, except when in large clusters. Also, within the third part of the Gastlin Caves, we will be encountering enemies that we've already encountered, plus these evil plants. So, the only thing that's different about them against them being in Gastlin Caves 1 is that fact that they're more powerful. Also, plants aren't the only new enemy we are encountering here. We have the Nusnackers. Let's call them evil spider scorpion hybrid things. Or just evil bugs. Yeah, let's go with that. Evil bugs. So, let's go over these enemies now, shall we? They attack in large groups, I think. Usually one field unit equals 2 of these guys. So we encountered 3, so 3 times 2 equals 6. So I think we're fighting 6 of these unions together. So excuse me. They're going to be quite a bit of trouble. But thankfully they aren't too bad to take down, but they do have a bit of an annoying tendency to use attacks such as Tail Arrow and Claw 3 and Claw 2, which attack your unit a lot. They attack multiple times. And they are pretty deadly, especially when encountering them in large groups. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that because I can. But still, as long as you are playing the whole command and conquer strategy of actually attacking it with the largest number of units within your unit as possible, then everything should be okay. So these enemies, not too hard to take down. They really are not. But just keep in mind, don't encounter too many at once, otherwise you're going to get overwhelmed very quickly. So I guess I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and talk about a couple of different discussions that I kind of have on the mind, and yeah, let's do it. The first topic I had in mind is that I recently got finished watching through the entire series of Jackie Chan Adventures and Reboot. Don't know what those shows are? I'll go over Jackie Chan Adventures first, which was the first show I actually saw on Netflix. Thankfully, Netflix had all the episodes of Jackie Chan Adventures, even though the first 5 episodes of Season 2 were actually out of order, because they looked like they were episodes that were supposed to be in Season 1. But still, not sure why they were there, but who cares? The episodes were there, that's all that mattered. But anyways, let's go over the series itself. The series itself was really good. I really liked the series as a whole. Started to go downhill a little bit around Season 5, but hey, that's when the series ended. So it's always good to end on a high note. And also, alert! Alert! A loud echo goes through this entire freaking dungeon. That happens occasionally when you actually dig particular dig spots. One thing I actually got, which was actually pretty rare to get, and this is to completely restore your dig count to its maximum. Which doesn't happen very often, and more times than not, I get bad things that happen to me rather than good things. Let's do this. The other bad thing, the bad thing I usually get when it comes to those alert sprays is that enemies will become enraged throughout the entire area. And the only way to undo it is to fight a single enemy and initiate battle, or let the timer eventually run out. Because these sprays are temporary, except for the ones that actually affect your dig count. Those are like, I wouldn't say they're permanent, but they're effective throughout the entire dungeon. And once you leave the dungeon, then obviously the dig count goes back to normal and gets restored to its maximum. The other thing that involves your dig count is that your dig count can actually go down by 1 with one of those sprays, but thankfully it's not permanent, and like I said, exit the dungeon and your dig count is restored instantly. So basically, that's like 1 dig for digging the spot, and then minus 1 dig for getting that particular spray. Or alert thing. I have no idea. I think it's a spray. I call it an alert like thing during the last recording session. But still, just thought I'd mention it anyway. At this point, this is when Vegas decided to crash on me. Not sure why it happened, but it did. And it was really annoying and made me quite mad. Not sure why it decided to crash, it just did. I know I've mentioned it already and I've already ranted about Vegas, but who cares? Alright, let's move on to the next series that I've watched all the way through, and that is Reboot. Reboot is that, it actually, bleh, I am all over the place. Netflix actually has the first 2 seasons of Reboot. Seasons 3 and 4 are non-existent on Netflix at this time. So, I pretty much watched the first 2 seasons of Reboot on Netflix, loved it. For a 3D show that aired during the 90s, it really stood out because back in the 90s, 3D shows were not very common, and most of them kinda sucked. Reboot was not one of those shows. It actually had clever writing and the graphics were pretty well done. Sure, they looked very primitive and dated, especially when it comes to the games, especially during Season 1 and 2, but Season 3 took a major jump and made a massive improvement, especially when it comes to character models, and especially when it comes towards the games. Excuse me. Saliva going down my dang throat. Okay, let's get back to the side quest at hand, and then I'll come back to Reboot. So, at the end of the 3rd path of the Gastlin Caves, we encounter Gabreal, who pretty much is telling us that Vilolet is on her way to Centeple to kill the Duke of freaking Centeple, which is really, really bad. But, upon getting there, this happens. Enemies are being attacked. Enemies are attacking Centeple as Vilolet pretty much enters the scene. So, yeah, it's our job to actually destroy all the enemies in the area. For this fight, we are going to be fighting 2 wyverns and 2 other enemies. Vile lizards. Yeah, 2 vile lizards and 2 wyverns. So the wyverns are pretty much your hardest enemies to take down because they take quite a bit of damage and they attack in 1. And they also have a tendency to do this. Dust Devil, which is a multi-union attacking thing, and it deals quite a bit of damage. And it's very annoying, especially when your units are gathered together in large clusters, because then it'll deal even more damage the more units it hits. And let me tell you, that is not fun to deal with. Alright, let's get back to the whole discussion with Reboot now, shall we? Now we're going to talk about Season 3 and 4. Season 3 and 4 of Reboot really started to... it really got interesting here. Not only with the improvements upon the character models and also the in-game sprites during the games and whatnot that occurred during Reboot. The story also got much better too, which was really awesome. And Season 4 was pretty much the epic finale, and to tell the truth, the series ends on the cliffhanger. And cliffhangers suck! Man, it was a very epic end. And I'm glad to have actually been able to watch the entire series of Reboot. By the way, like I said, you can watch the first 2 seasons of Reboot on Netflix if you actually have a subscription to Netflix. And as for Seasons 3 and 4, I looked them up on YouTube.
Keep it together.
Very simplified, really. And to tell the truth, I'm glad that I actually was able to find episodes on YouTube. I didn't think I would be able to, but still. Very happy ending. Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and go back to the side quest and talk about the battle at hand. Even though I should be talking about that, the TV shows that I've watched. Stuff like that. Also, the snack I'm eating today are Doritos. You know, the regular nacho cheese. They actually have a new label on the bag, which I find pretty cool. And they're so good, even though they're not good for you. But still, it's nice to have a snack every now and again. So all in all, this battle, it can be difficult, and trust me, it is. It is a pretty difficult battle, especially when you're missing button commands like me, and just failing all over the place, and the wyverns are molesting you in every freaking corner and every turn. Also, this was pretty much a big fat middle finger, as was the text message. So excuse me a moment, let's take a lookie. Okay, my mother was just actually asking me if she wanted me to go car shopping with her. And I'm going to say, sure. Excuse me. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I am trying to... Shoot.
All right now?
Okay. Wow. That took forever. Well, at least you were able to enjoy the battle at hand, which is always nice. So, awesome. So, as you probably saw, Vilolet and Gabreal were killed not too long ago. But thankfully, they do make pretty good meat shields, especially when it comes to the wyverns, because they are pretty deadly. And here's a big fat middle finger right there. A middle finger courtesy of the blinking red wyvern. Very, very annoying. And I was trying my best here to, like, I'm just fighting desperately to, you know, get back on my feet, take out the wyverns, bring back our unions, and actually turn this battle around. And I got another text message. Excuse me. Okay, my mother was just saying, okay, and yeah, I'm getting dressed after I'm done this recording session. I was gonna start playing Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed, but obviously, I have plans. You may be wondering, why am I going car shopping? Well, remember a couple weeks ago, I did mention that something occurred within my life that I didn't want to mention, but I'll go ahead and mention it anyway. The thing that happened was this. Around Thursday, 2 weeks ago, well, more or less 3 weeks ago, well, shortly after my mother dropped me off at work, she got into a really bad car accident. And of course, she totaled the truck, which is really, really sad. And really just screwed her up majorly. So anyways, thankfully she wasn't too badly hurt. Despite the Tahoe being totaled, you know, she only went to the hospital for a few hours. Not only that, but her car insurance actually was really, really good with her and put her in the rental car the same day that she called and reported the accident. So, yeah. Our insurance, by the way, is Geico. So, be sure to give them a call today, because one 15-minute call can save you 15% or more on car insurance. And seriously, they're a pretty good insurance company as a whole. So basically, we're going to be ending this side quest with a bang. Thoroughly. Bye-bye. Enemy destroyed, all enemies defeated, we win.
Sweet.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, let's get back to the discussion about the truck and all that. The guy of who she hit turned out to not have insurance, so Geico is going after the guy who actually caused the accident anyway. If you want to know what happened was, she was coming over the bridge where the Naval Academy is. It's like this big bridge. I can't remember what the name of the road is, but it's like towards Route 450. But anyways, she was coming over the bridge and the guy decided, oh, I'm just gonna do a U-turn right in front of this traffic light and cut in front of this truck. So my mother just slammed on the brakes, closed her eyes, and she rammed the guy so hard that the guy's front tire on his truck just completely flew off. And yeah, you pretty much know what happens after that. So we're gonna go car shopping now to replace that said Tahoe that my mother ended up getting totaled. I mean, it wasn't her fault, really. I mean, with the little bit of money that we have, we will be able to get a decent vehicle at least. And by the way, the rental we had was like a Ford Edge limited edition, and it was a 2013 model, and that shit was freaking loaded. It was loaded with all kinds of stuff. But still, all good things must eventually come to an end, and we can't necessarily buy the vehicle because it's incredibly expensive. It's like a $30,000 car. So that's the reason why we're going car shopping. Now, with the side quest ended, for our reward we get a couple of items, and not only that, we also gain entry to this special pub. There are a couple of special pubs that we can gain access to once certain side quests are completed. This is one of them. Here, it actually has its own unique set of guild tasks that you can complete. And let me tell you, some of these guild tasks can be quite difficult. And as you go further and further into the game, more and more guild tasks will become available. And it also has its own set of unique union leaders and whatnot. So, yeah, there we would be able to recruit Vilolet, which is something we did. And I think we can recruit Gabreal at this point too, but I didn't actually show it in this video. The reason because I didn't want to, and truthfully, I had enough recording for one day. Because I knew that at least this, it'll give me at least 3 videos, so that was something I'm thankful for. And I am out of time. This is Drunk Goomba 1645. Let's play The Last Remnant. Thank you guys so much for watching, and next time, more side quest action and whatever else happens. So, hope you guys enjoyed. See y'all next time.